More prosperous when we have a fair, orderly, and humane legal immigration system. And with the first action today, we're going to work to undo the moral and national shame of the previous administration that literally, not figuratively, ripped children from the arms of their families, their mothers and fathers at the border, and with no plan.
What some in the mainstream media forget is that Obama and Biden were the ones who presided over the kids in cages policies that they then tried to cover up 7 years ago. Here's what KGUN-TV in Tucson, Arizona uncovered in 2014, in case you forgot.
For about 2 weeks, the Border Patrol has refused to allow reporters and cameras into facilities where agents are housing hundreds of immigrant children. But today we finally got a look.
The Border Patrol allowed only one video camera into holding centers in Nogales and in McAllen, Texas.
What we saw does track what we saw in pictures taken in secret days before. Kids in chain link holding areas using foil blankets.
That border rush was the predictable and inevitable result of Obama and Biden dangling work permits and a path to citizenship to nearly 1 million illegal aliens and their parents. It's a tried and true formula. Amnesty for illegal aliens begets more illegal immigration, begets more Democrat voters, and the cycle begins anew. Right on cue, the next wave of orchestrated caravans of thousands of illegal alien workers have amassed in response to Biden's green lights to bust our borders.
There's a migrant caravan headed to the U.S. border again. A march of the desperate who, with sheer will, overpowered armed police on the Guatemalan border.
So here's the thing. It's vital that you understand that none of this would be possible, none of it, without open borders Republicans. Lindsey Graham has been pushing for the DREAM Act amnesty with Tricky Dick Durbin for more than a decade now. And on Thursday, they unveiled yet another version of the legislation putting illegal alien workers ahead of American workers. The rhinos at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce jumped for joy. And here was Mitt Romney helping Biden's Department of Homeland Security nominee Alejandro Mayorkas look tough on borders 2 weeks ago.
What is your intention with regards to that caravan that is coming to our border? Is your intention to allow them just to come into the country? Will they be stopped? What's the plan?
Senator, we are a nation of immigrants, and we are also a nation of laws. And I intend to apply the law in the execution of my responsibilities as the Secretary of Homeland Security, should I have that privilege.
Yeah, right. What a crock. Mayorkas, who's billed as the first Latino immigrant DHS chief, is an America Last zealot who has pushed the dreamer amnesty and expansion of refugee resettlement programs that are exploited by jihadists. He has a long track record of espousing law bending, not law enforcing. Mayorkas' main qualification for deputy DHS secretary under Obama was that he raised gobs of money for his presidential campaign in 2008. So, of course, he'll fit right in under the reign of Quid Pro Joe. He also successfully lobbied Bill Clinton for a pardon of convicted drug dealer Carlos Vignali, whose daddy dumped $200,000 in the coffers of Hillary Clinton's brother Hugh to secure his son's commutation. Mayorkas was also lambasted by Obama's own DHS Inspector General for his role as a meddling fixer in the foreign EB-5 visas for sale scheme. Federal investigators interviewed more than 15 whistleblowers who detailed how Mayorkas revised EB-5 rejections for his crony pals and Democrat bigwigs like Harry Reid and Terry McAuliffe while he was serving as Obama's director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Agency. Here's what you need to know. 6 Senate Republicans sided with Democrats in confirming Mayorkas by a vote of 56 to 43 just on Tuesday. They were Senators Mitt Romney of Utah, Susan Collins of Maine, Rob Portman of Ohio, Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia, and Dan Sullivan and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska. Remember those names and faces, and you can just call them as I do, the Senate GOP Traitors Caucus. The S in Biden's DHS now stands not for security, but for sleaze. Our nation is back for sale to the highest foreign bidders and their America Last cronies. But If conservatives want to hold politicians accountable for border chaos, they can't just keep whining about Biden. It starts with cleaning their own house. Every Republican bought off by big business donors and cheap labor special interests.
Joining us now for her first national interview since affirming that win just a few moments ago, Claudia Tenney, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. I don't know if it's going to be the last time you hear from this, but the judge in the case did say that every legal vote has been counted in NY22 this year. And after 94 days, I sure hope so. My opponent is probably going to appeal this, but I think in spite of the appeal, I think we're going to prevail because we literally did an exhaustive 90 days of counting every vote. I mean, there really isn't a legal vote left to count.
So I just got to ask this, like, you've done this before. You won the seat before, then you lost it, then you won again, and you've been going through this, as you mentioned, for 94 days. When you got this call or this ruling, I mean, what was your, did you just go, you got to be kidding me, it's actually, this is it?
Well, yeah, I kind of had a feeling that the judge had a ruling. The judge had opened the court this morning, heard motions on the final ruling, and he issued the decision. He uploaded it this evening. And so I kind of could tell where he was going just based on, the oral argument. But we're excited. We're grateful to be able to have the privilege of serving in the House again, and looking forward to working with my colleagues. Believe it or not, I've heard from some of my colleagues on the Democratic side back when I served in the 115th Congress. So I'm really excited to get down there and get to work and try to bring us together enough that we can preserve freedom and protect this country. I think they could use, a mature woman like me. Yesterday was my birthday. I was hoping the decision would be yesterday. But I've reached another milestone there, but really excited about getting back and trying to really do a lot of important work to save this country and to really put us on a good path for the future. And my son and my grandchildren, hopefully I'll have someday.
Well, happy belated birthday. This is a great birthday gift. You did mention your opponent, Anthony Brindisi. Has he conceded this at all? You said he might be challenging.
Oh, no. He said he's shocked by the decision and that we need to go back to a hand count. And I think he's going to be relying on Nancy Pelosi trying to overturn this race through the House administration, as we've kind of cautioned in the past. I don't know where they're going to unturn votes. The judge was very clear in stating that every legal vote is counted, and it's just not going to be a valid attempt to try to make illegal votes count. And I think that's where he's going to go. But he's got Perkins Coie, the famous creators of the Steele dossier, out there on his team, and they're going to continue to fight this. But we're hoping that, the certification will be forthwith by the county. I've heard has already done it. And the state hopefully next week, and that will move on to being seated in the House as early as next week.
Yeah, so you need that certificate of election, right?
Yeah, well, the last county, there are 8 counties, 7 certified, the 8th county certified today. It's all gone to the state board. We're hoping to get a very quick certification from the New York State Board of Elections. Once that happens, we can be seated, and we're just not sure what Nancy will do at House administration. I don't want to go the route of Representative Marionette Miller Meeks. And I just think it's in politics for Nancy to try to do this at this point. I think the speaker is really out of, this is not what, they claim they want democracy. And let me just say one thing about Anthony Brindisi right now. Part of his appeal is that he had errors in Dominion voting machines. So he's claiming he actually got Dominioned. And so that'll be an interesting claim.
How that'll go over with her.
Now going to make, after all of we Republicans have been accused of being conspiracy theorists and white supremacists and bigots because we want to challenge, elections. But to be honest with you, I have never once said that there was fraud in the election that I'm in. I have always complained.
Well, now that she's on the other foot.
Right. This is a problem for me.
Claudia, I want to wish you a very happy birthday and congratulations again. Thank you for being with us.
Hey guys, so as you guys can probably tell, I've been spending all my time on Ultimate Custom Night, and what I was wanting to tell you guys is that I am not going to spend any more time on it and on the channel. However, I will go back to it in a couple days. What I wanted to do was I wanted to take a little break from it and play Left 4 Dead 2 on a live stream, because I've been playing a lot of Left 4 Dead 2 and I can honestly say that I'm having a lot of fun with it. So this channel is all about having fun. And as of this moment, I'm not having fun with Ultimate Custom Night. So I'm going to stream Left 4 Dead 2 for a couple of days and then go back to playing Ultimate Custom Night. If you guys don't mind, that's fine with me, but if you guys do mind, just don't watch. Simple as that. But if you guys don't mind me streaming a different game for a while, that's all right, fine and dandy. I don't mind. I hope most of you do like Left 4 Dead because I love it, and I'm going to be streaming it for a while. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.